Hello and welcome to the D&B Movie Club. Today we're talking about the Pod People, and by that, the War of the Worlds.
He means tripods.
Yeah, the real Pod People.
The real pod people.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds, which... So I don't know where you watch this movie at.
I got Paramount Plus to watch it.
Okay. Because it told me it was on Tubi.
Yep. I think I know where where you're going.
I searched forever on Tubi to find this goddamn movie, and 3 different War of the Worlds is on there, and I'm like, that's not it.
And the worst thing is, one of them is from 2005.
Was it? I didn't catch it. I didn't click on any of them. I was just like, I don't think that's Tom Cruise.
It's not Tom Cruise, which is so weird because I was like, oh, it's War of the Worlds 2005. Okay. Hey, Tubi, War of the Worlds 2005. Let's watch it. And I was like, this is not Tom Cruise. Something weird is going on here. I don't think this is the right one.
It was not the right one.
Not, and nothing said. It was just War of the Worlds 2005.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew from the poster that it was like big, bold letters Tom Cruise. And this one didn't have that. And I was like...
He makes himself known in all his movies.
Oh, absolutely.
That was my key, and I was like, I don't see Tom Cruise anywhere.
Yeah. Like he's not on the poster. He's not on the anything
He
anywhere.
wasn't in the description. Spielberg wasn't on this at all.
Yep.
I was like, that can't be right.
It was just like, this is H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds for a modern day. It was like,
yeah.
Well, okay.
That's not right.
This can't be right, though.
I've gotten duped with that before from something, which was Battle of Los Angeles.
I was gonna say.
It's called Battle of LA, and there was another movie on Sci-Fi called Battle of Los Angeles.
Yes.
And I got duped with it.
Yeah.
One time I was like, what the fuck is this?
I remember that one, because that was, I think I rented, I saw Battle of LA in the theater, and I rented Battle of Los Angeles from Netflix. So I got the DVD of it, and I looked at it, and I was like, I don't think this is right. I put it in the DVD player, started playing it, and was like, nope. No, that's not it.
I mean, I watched it, but it wasn't good.
I didn't even watch it, so.
It wasn't good.
I was just so angry that I got the wrong thing. Like, are you kidding me? So I sent it back.
So yeah.
Yeah, eventually I went through YouTube and then through YouTube Paramount Plus. And I
stole my father's password.
There you go.
To watch Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Well, I already had it, but still.
And it's just... There's something about the movie. I have my gripes.
I do too.
But
I have a big gripe with
I have so many gripes.
The ending specifically, which we'll get there.
Yep.
But
we'll get there at the ending. But man, oh man, there's something about it that just sucks me in.
Yeah, and that was the thing is I'm sitting there watching this movie thinking this isn't a bad movie, but it's also not a good movie.
Right.
Why can't I look away?
But you just can't stop.
It's like, God, that was terrible and really fucking good. Why is this so good?
Where's it going from here?
There is a part that the second basement part drags so hard. I dislike it until the spooky tentacle shows up, and I'm like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, there's definitely... We'll get there, but there's immediate tension with that. So I guess let's kind of start at the beginning. And Tom Cruise is operating a container crane. I know that there's a specific word for those, but I can't think of it.
Yeah. Container crane sounds pretty good.
It sounds good. It sounds right. It's very descriptive, but I'm sure that there's a technical... more technical name for it.
Which Tom Cruise comes off this crane thing and for like 30 seconds did not clock it was Tom Cruise.
Really? You
Yeah,
didn't?
I was just like, is that Tom Cruise? And then he takes the hat off. I was like, or the hard hat off. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that is Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's not an everyman.
No. I will say somehow he looks significantly different.
Yeah, I was thinking that he doesn't really look like Tom Cruise in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, also looking like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I mean, it is Tom Cruise, but it's just like, man, there's something. I have to say, he plays the character insanely well. Like, he's not just Tom Cruise, he's playing,
Deadbeat Dad.
yeah, deadbeat
Yeah,
dad. And
yeah. He does a very good job because
holy
like
shit.
I was like, man, this guy's a fucking prick. I want to punch him.
At first, you're kind of like, man, you just kind of feel bad for him. He just kind of wants to live his life. Yeah, he's a bit of a loser, but
For like the first 5 minutes, you're like, and then he's like a dick to his son, and I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
maybe that was a little too much.
as soon as it gets to the, hey, we're going to go outside and we're going to throw the baseball back and forth, and it just,
And they start fucking wailing at each other really
Yeah.
fast. It's like, oh,
okay.
this is like
you
male
are
dominant shit with your son. Okay.
a little bit of an asshole, aren't you? And it kind of only gets worse.
And then when Justin Chadwick just like kind of steps to the side and just smashes
Oh,
into the thing, I
God.
was like, oh man, you can tell he's mad.
Oh, yeah, that was great. He's just like, man, yep, I just put a hole in my window. That's fucking great.
That's like $500.
Yep.
But-
Well, I'm going to go to bed now.
He gets in that sweet, what was that, a Mustang at the
Yeah,
beginning of this
Mustang.
movie?
Yep.
And it's just like, man, that's cool to have in this movie for like 5 seconds.
Like, literally just the 5 seconds of it being driven to
Yeah.
him driving home.
Almost felt like a waste.
A little bit, but it kind of it kind of went to show he's just like, yeah, he's a car guy.
He cares more about his car than his kids.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
well, yeah, okay.
And then kind of sort of goes back on that, but is more interested in the cars than in the kids.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe cares about the kids more, but more interested in the cars.
But that car's sexy.
It is. Absolutely.
That car was sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Don't blame the kid for stealing it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
That's very like, why'd you steal my car? Well, look at it.
I mean, like, have you seen the damn thing?
It screams, drive me.
Yeah. And so he goes to bed. And shit kind of goes down. And I love the way that they're kind of teasing what's going on
With
with the news.
yeah, I forget which country it was.
Ukraine.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, well, there was this storm and it's followed by roaming blackouts and something about maybe an EMP or something. And
Yeah, and
It
there's
just
no
kinda-
electricity and no cars and
teases you just enough to be like, that's kind of spooky.
ooh, spooky ooky.
Ooh, spooky ooky, something's going on.
And then the son has stolen the car, and he's trying to get a hold of him and he can't. And then shit starts going down outside,
Yeah.
and that's when the lightning storm happens. And he's like, "Oh," to his daughter, "come outside and look at it. It's
Yeah.
cool." And she's like, "I'm scared." He's like, "Oh, get over yourself. Come on."
Oh, it's just a storm. Come on, it's super cool.
It's like, it strikes, and the interesting tidbit that he says is like, "Oh, you'll be fine. Lightning never strikes in the same place." And then like 26 times later,
Yeah. 26 times, all in the same place. And I have to say, there's the interesting, just change in function of how people work these days. Of like, everybody's outside talking to each other and asking their neighbors like, hey, you ever seen anything like this?
what's going on? Or hey, let's go to the backyard. There's a better view.
Yeah. And today, People ain't doing
We'd
that
all be
shit.
like this.
Oh, taking videos of that.
Facebook living.
Oh, absolutely. Facebook Live, TikTok, and YouTube,
I'd be like,
and
stay out of my yard.
talking about it on their podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Guilty.
Absolutely. It's just an interesting change of dynamic of how people work.
2005, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
21 years ago. I
Yes.
forgot it. There's a 6 now. Yeah, different everything.
Different world.
Different vibes, different aesthetics, the cars, all of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the dude's out there with a camcorder,
Yeah.
just like, and then
I-
all the flip phones everywhere.
I loved the there's a couple of people like taking pictures, and there's the dude with the camcorder,
Yeah,
and I just love the there's people with like film cameras, and then the dude with the camcorder that's the new digital fancy thing,
yeah.
and just a
caught
weird
that.
time of technology too.
Well, yeah, we had so many advancements, and like we're 5 years out of the 90s, and all new stuff, and we're in the digital age now.
I'm kind of surprised that
The-
nobody
the-
had like disposable cameras.
Yeah, the one lady did.
Did she?
It's when the big crowd is forming. You see a chick with a white digital camera, just like
Oh, okay.
it's kind of a. If you don't notice it, you miss it.
Okay.
She's
I
like
missed it,
deep
but
to the left of the crowd.
it was just, you would think with how popular disposable cameras were that like literally everybody would have been whipping out their disposable camera and taking
Especially like
pictures.
at this day and time.
Yeah, like 2005 was peak
Disposable
camera.
cameras. They were everywhere, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, the storm happens, and the EMP happens, and everything just turns off. Kind of like the just confusion of like what the hell is going on, because obviously he wasn't paying attention to the news because he was sleeping. Maybe you would think maybe the daughter might have caught something about it going on, but I mean, she was just trying to watch SpongeBob, so that's totally understandable.
Totally understandable. And eat her hummus.
Yep, eat her hummus.
Eat her hummus. Dakota Fanning.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just kind of like he clocks the news, but he doesn't like respond to it. He's just flipping channels.
yeah. And I think that was her flipping through the channel.
Was that? I thought it was
'cause
him,
I don't think he had a TV in his bedroom. I think it was just TV in the
okay,
living
yeah.
room. So,
But then the storm happens, and then he, doing the Tom Cruise thing, decides I gotta go run
yes.
to it. Does he run or no? He's walking at this point because
He walks outside.
he walks outside. He sees his son, tells his son to go back inside. That's when he tells him about the 26 lightning strikes. We counted.
28.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was. And then there's a mass confusion, and they're all walking towards the crater of what's happening, and he runs into some neighborhood pals. He walks past the automotive store or a body shop or whatever.
It
The
was a
mechanic?
mechanic, yeah.
He tells him, like, nothing's working. This thing's probably like, try the solenoid.
Solenoid. It's different.
Whatever, tomato,
You know,
Dan.
as a kid, I remember him saying, swap it to solar. So,
No.
yeah, no, that
we
was
did not say that.
Not even remotely what he said.
No,
But,
no.
hey, I watched it on our, like, brand new TV. It was either our brand new TV or our, like, super stupid old TV. Either way, it was old tube TV. So, audio was probably not the best.
The good old tube TVs where your fingers got all weird when you touched it.
Fuzzy from static electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one somewhere.
I wish I had one.
I bought it for retro gaming.
I can fix that issue, but yeah, pretty much.
So then they're all standing around the crater, like just talking, like
Just trying to figure out
trying
like,
to figure
what's
out.
going on.
I forget who shows him the video foot. Is that later?
That's later, yeah.
That's later.
Because that's the
Oh,
news
that's
crew.
after. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and then the ground starts to like move and
Move
lift
and shake and
and shake,
gee, I wonder what could be down there.
and then they start to rise up.
Yeah,
Here comes the tripods.
I just have to love the amount of just random people crowding around all of this shit.
I know. I just kept thinking that like this is a post 9/11 world,
Yeah,
so like something like this is happening, and people are just like breaking their necks to figure out what's going on. I mean I guess that's human instinct.
now we'll give it in this situation. Like, yeah, that's exactly what people would do. Like, lightning just struck a bunch of times in one spot in the middle of an intersection. The hell's
And
going
now
on?
the ground's breaking.
You're gonna
and
go look at
rising
it.
up.
At the point that the ground breaks and makes a sinkhole, you would think that people would start to run.
Especially because, again, post 9/11 world, and it's New York.
Yeah.
It's one of the boroughs. It's never specified which borough it is.
No, I think it might be like Brooklyn or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Where it's more urban, less skyscraper.
Yes.
But still New York. So you would think that they would be like, oh
Oh,
shit.
shit, yeah.
Let's not mess with this. Let's get away from the danger.
No, let's take all the pictures we can, baby. We're
And-
making a fortune.
Stay as close as possible to the absolute edge of the sinkhole that just opened up after lightning struck the ground. What the hell is going on? But they just gotta know.
They just gotta know. And then the tripods rise up, and just like... I know
Tripod.
Yeah. I know this thing is supposed to be terrifying, but like, is it that terrifying, you know? Maybe it's just because it's like early 2005 CGI.
The CGI is not that good.
They're still trying to figure it out, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
I have to say, the design of the tripods is so freaking cool, though.
yeah, kinda.
Like, I gotta say, I really like the design of the tripods.
Were there any practical I didn't look at any fun facts about this movie.
Me neither.
I wonder, because I know Spielberg likes to do practical if he can. So I wonder what the blend of practical and CGI was. This shot specifically, it looks very CGI though. So.
Yeah.
Like there's one later at the end of the movie that I could see being practical. The one with the baskets underneath it.
I think probably the baskets were practical, and then the rest of it was just
CG.
CGI.
Okay.
It's not, the CGI is not good, but honestly, it's not that bad.
No, the worst part about this scene is Tom Cruise running.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise can't run.
No.
And he somehow has built a career on running.
Yes.
And it looks terrible every time he fucking does it.
And someday he might actually figure out how to run like a human.
I doubt that.
It's not going to
because
happen
he's already
soon.
pushing
but
60 or is 60 or around there.
he might be older than 60. I don't know.
I don't know. Now I got to look that up because I don't know. He's 63.
God, see?
Yeah, so like no, he's not.
If he put his mind to it,
I doubt that.
Xenu could grant him access to the technology.
I don't get that reference.
It's what's his cult? Scientology.
Oh, okay.
I think Xenu is like their
What's his
alien
cult?
god or something like that. I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but
I've never cared to learn.
that's probably a good idea. But yeah, it's now he's running away from the big old tripod that's just killing people, turning
And-
them into dust.
I want to say it's terrifying, but like I'm so distracted by Tom Cruise running that it's hard for me to be like, wow, that's terrifying. But also, it's a terrifying concept of like, just you're running and everyone around you is just getting vaporized and turned to ash.
Yeah. The part where he gets back after running away from the tripod and everybody getting disintegrated, he's just kind of like frozen, and he goes into the bathroom and he realizes, holy shit, he's covered in people.
Well, it was either his daughter or son says like, "What are you covered in?" And that's when he like looks in the mirror and clocks like, "I'm covered in people."
Yeah.
And then he starts
Oh god.
viciously just scrubbing his face and his hands.
Just like the amount of dust in a vacuum cleaner comes off of the dude. That's probably what they did, was just like shake a vacuum cleaner out all over him.
It looks like two vacuum cleaners.
Poosh.
He finally decides to talk and tells everyone, or tells his kids, like, pack the food. We're getting out of here. We're going to Boston?
Boston.
Boston.
We're going to Boston.
They're going to Boston. I forget this scene. He's trying to convince his daughter to leave, right? Or
I think the two kids are just kind of like, what is going on? What are you talking about?
I just remember Justin Chadwick grabbing all the condiments.
Yeah. He tells the son to grab all of the food in the kitchen, hands him a box, and grabs his daughter, grabs her suitcase of stuff, and is just like, we are leaving now. And I know that both of them were panicking about just like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, just trying to get like,
Something.
yeah, because him freaking out like that is just, I mean, obviously very uncharacteristic of this dude being kind of an asshole and like not really giving up ground too often to all of a sudden, holy shit, we gotta fucking go.
Need to bucket, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they run
then-
out and steal the minivan.
They steal the minivan the mechanic was working on earlier. And he's just like, get in. And he's like,
Was the poor mechanic get in? Dude's just like,
get in or you're going to die.
you're
And he's just
busting
like,
my balls here.
what?
You're busting my chops. This is somebody's minivan. What are you doing? You can't get out. Get out of the car.
Classic New York mechanic.
Absolutely.
And then he just like, get in or die. And he's like, what? And he's like, what are you talking about? And then
The second that he drives off,
drives off just vaporized.
mechanic just instantly
Dust.
vaporized. It's like, well, he did try.
I tried.
Yeah.
Not very hard, but he tried.
I mean, no, not very hard, because he knew what was coming and was trying to fucking leave.
Gets out of New York. Kinda. They go to the outskirts somewhere.
I don't know the
There's-
geography of the movie, but
I don't know the geography of New York City and its boroughs. I've never been.
yeah,
Um,
it's I actually kind of makes me wonder if they were just in New Jersey, because they never, like, getting out of New York City would be an absolute nightmare under those conditions.
oh, I never thought about that. They could have been in Jersey.
So they could just be in Newark. So, I mean,
They went to a very nice mansion.
yeah, which
Was their parents?
Their parents.
Their mom
Tim's-
and Tim. But before that, Dakota Fanning's character has like a panic attack, and then Justin Chadwick does the space thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
This is
And-
your safe space.
They're getting chased by a tripod?
No, they're just
leaving.
just leaving because like
It's coming.
yeah, because like I mean, gigantic tripod just came out of the ground. Your house got literally obliterated
Yeah.
by that bridge getting taken out. So,
Oh yeah.
which is another point that points me in the direction of New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, there's a bridge to just about every borough.
Yeah, that is
There's
true. But
the Brooklyn Bridge, the Queensboro Bridge.
but if that bridge gets taken out, I don't think you're leaving the island.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair. That's
you know,
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's gonna be a little rough.
Well, we've already established they're not on Manhattan anyway. So.
yeah.
So
So they make it there, wherever that is, somewhere inland.
somewhere inland to Mom's and Tim's house. They're making food.
And it's a very weird dynamic as they're pulling into the place. Because they're pulling up into this, like, well-lit mansion in the middle of a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
After just going through a literal, like,
Nightmare.
nightmare disaster. And it's just like, wow. And they've got lights and everything seems kind of okay here. Great. Everything's gonna be alright. Until it isn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
They go through the whole trying to make food. Daughter's allergic to peanut butter because, of course, she is.
Not Goku, only grabbed condiments
Yep.
because that's all Tom Cruise had.
Yeah.
And to me, in this scene, I was like, why are they only focusing on the box of condiments? They're in this very large, nice kitchen.
In a fucking somebody's house.
They're in their mother's, his ex-wife's house. Just raid the fridge.
Yeah. Right? Like, great.
Like at that point, you've already broken in. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. It's not like you're gonna. I mean, honestly, in that situation, even if they came back and you raided their fridge, they'd be like, great, awesome, perfect, cool. Like, that just doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't go into the refrigerator in the scene.
Yeah, and like it's not like in the next two scenes the fridge is gone anyway, so
Yeah.
I mean they don't know that, but still.
I mean, they know that it's a possibility, but they don't even look inside. Surely they have snacks or like.
There's gotta be some goldfish in that fucking cabinet somewhere, you know?
It can't be as bad as his house. Because obviously he only had condiments, so
And beer.
yeah, important. I don't even know that he had beer.
What, didn't he crack one when he came in from being dust covered?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember.
I would have.
I totally would have.
I would have I would have went straight to that
like-
fridge and just.
Holy shit.
They go to the basement because he's paranoid. Rightfully
Valid.
so, but you know.
Absolutely valid.
And they go deep into the boiler room.
Not yet, because they're just kind of like,
Oh yeah, they're just
we're
sleeping
just going to
around.
hide in the basement.
Yeah.
And like, whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen up there. We're going to be okay in the basement as basement people.
Very nice basement. It's got a gym in it.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a mattress down there, a twin size.
Yeah.
You can tell that that's probably a space where she goes and draws or something.
Something like that.
And then they all just kind of sleep, and then they get woken up.
I don't even know that they make it to sleep. They try and go to sleep, but it's like very shortly after they're trying to go to sleep, it's like lightning. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. It's happening here too.
And then they go in the boiler room.
And then they go into the boiler
And in this
room.
scene, I'm like, man, you know what? That's a nice room.
That is a very
Very nice
room.
boiler.
Yeah.
It's set up very well.
Absolutely. All just sectioned off on its
Yeah,
own.
I was
so
like,
if
ooh,
anything leaks,
look at
it's
those
just going to
valves.
be in there. It's not going to ruin the rest of the basement.
The solder work, very good.
And very clearly fireproof. So.
Yeah.
So they start to hear a crashing noise coming from outside of the house and hear a very loud just noise,
Yeah.
generic disaster noise.
Something bad happened,
Yeah,
and it's not good.
and it's not good. And we're going to go in the boiler room to get away from it. And they reemerge the next morning, which at some point you would think that they would have like stuck their heads out and been like, the fuck happened?
And like the way he comes out of the basement and walks to the plane at first is almost too casual for me. Like he's just like, he doesn't really start to experience like shock
Yeah.
until like he sees the plane. But like you come out and the roof's gone and you're just like,
Oh, okay.
oh, I'm still waking up. I need my coffee.
You come out of the boiler room and the entire basement is charred and blackened. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, holy fucking shit, what just happened? Like, he just kind of like casually exploring, going into the wilderness.
I do like how they frame this shot though, because like you're supposed to believe that the house is something has happened in the house, but
Yeah.
it could potentially still be intact by the wall and the door frame, the door entrance, and then you see Tom Cruise's hair blow, and you're like, oh fuck!
Oh, it's
and then
outside,
you see
isn't
the
it?
plane, and then the score in this scene. We're like what 30 minutes into this movie
It's
at
like
this
40
point.
minutes.
40 minutes,
Yeah.
something like that. That's when I clock the score for the first time, and I'm like, that it almost sounds like Indiana Jones. Well, hold on, this is a Spielberg movie. Did John Williams do this movie? Well, I looked it up. John Williams did this movie, and I have to say, this is one of the most disappointing John Williams scores I've ever
You
heard.
think so?
I think so.
I
Because,
think
like,
it's honestly really good and it fits the movie really well.
I guess I don't notice the score. And like the thing that I love about John Williams so much is he is a character of the film. The score is so much a part of the movie, that the movies that he scores, that you don't not notice it. And
I
the
think
fact
there's
that like
certain scenes that it really plays up big.
this is the only scene where I was like, I'm clocking it and I'm connecting with it emotionally, and then I'm just like, the rest of the movie I'm just like, John Williams scored this, huh? I'm not getting that.
I don't know. I thought it was good.
I might have to watch it again, but like, and just like really like
Really take it in.
take in the score, but like, I just wasn't feeling it.
You know, it is one of those things that I never really clocked it as part of the movie. Or I never really, I don't know how to describe it, noticed it to pay attention to the score.
Mm-hmm.
But it always did feel like it fit perfectly to the scene.
There are a lot of somber like,
Yeah.
scores that he does, because it is very depressing.
Yeah.
You know, the end of the world.
And I mean, there's nothing that's like ever a exciting, good part of the film. Everything that's happening that's exciting is horrible. So
Yeah.
it's hard for somebody like John Williams to really play into the exciting good things when everything that's happening is horrible. Because I feel like that's what he does exceptionally well. He does great no matter what. Don't get me wrong, but
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like, even though this is, in my opinion, one of his weaker scores, I did enjoy what I heard.
yeah,
Like, he's still the GOAT, Johnny W. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
like the man.
yeah. But for like Indiana Jones, it's easy to be, hey, this is a exciting action scene.
Well, Indiana Jones and
play
Star Wars very much
upbeat-
in your face with the scores.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but even Jaws, like a more
That's a fair point.
subtle film and a more terrifying film is still like the main theme of that movie
Yeah,
is a character.
yeah. I'll give you that. I guess you have a pretty good point with that. That it's not a memorable score.
No, and that takes a that just knocks it down for me.
Yeah,
So much because it's John fucking Williams,
Yeah.
man.
because I really like honestly, I can't think of a single piece.
Just the plane sequence
Yeah,
is
where it's
really
like-
where I clocked it.
Playing the I won't describe it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It sounded very Indiana Jones-esque. Then that's why I was like,
Hey,
is that-
wait a second.
that's John Williams.
Yeah, yeah. I like how so major gripe here is a plane, a 747 that fell out of the sky would not look like that.
I was thinking that it seemed
No.
too intact.
And I will give them the benefit of if they actually used what a 747 looked like after it fell out of the sky, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's a 747. So I will give them that. But it could have been a little bit more mangled. I think
Yeah.
that would have been a little bit more believable of like, okay, yeah, it got pretty messed up, but it's like still you can recognize that this is a plane and you can recognize that this is a 747. So like, okay. But in this scene, it's just like they just ripped the roof off of a section of the cabin, and then they just ripped off the front half of a 747 and just plopped it down and
Pretty
said,
much
"Yep,
damaged the wing a little bit.
here you go."
That's it.
Engine's just gonna be sitting there,
Yep.
cowling intact and everything.
Yep. Didn't make sense.
No,
Especially with how hard this thing would have hit the ground. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
and my other small gripe is the house didn't burn down.
Yeah, I thought that. Like,
Like I can understand,
especially because there's things on fire in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. I can understand that the concrete boiler room, suspension of disbelief.
Even the
I can-
foundation of the basement, like, everything's intact.
Yeah.
But, like,
just a chunk out of the house, the engine's on fire in front of the house. There would be jet fuel everywhere. Like everywhere. So mild gripe. I know that like reasonably that's not, I don't know. My realism brain is griping with it, but I understand that these are people that have to make a reasonable movie. That kind of thing.
suspension of disbelief. I mean, there's not alien machinery underneath.
No, but
the
don't
Earth?
tell that to my 10-year-old self because I was freaked the fuck out.
I mean, rightfully so.
So, we'll get to that scene and I'll explain myself later, but I like how the random guy is just like scrounging through the scraps of the downed plane, and is just grabbing the the drink cart or the snack cart,
Yeah.
and chucks it out of the plane and is like, Tom Cruise is just like, "Hey, were you a passenger?" Doesn't answer, just grabs the snacks and starts eating.
Priorities, man.
Absolutely.
And that's when the news lady, or was it the news lady?
It was
like,
the
he
news
can't hear.
lady. Yeah.
Now, are we supposed to assume that he was on the plane?
No, he's the camera guy.
He's one of the camera guys.
Because she says
Oh, that's right.
something about
he
the
was
camera
holding the
saved
camera.
his life.
Camera saved his life, but he's deaf in one ear now.
Oh, that's the part that I missed.
Yeah.
It was that he was deaf. I did clock the camera saved his life. So
And then the other guy was the driver or whatever, and then we got the footage up and they're talking, and it's like there's been attacks like this around the globe, and because he was just like that thing and she said things, and this is when we get. This is when she coins tripods. I don't know if she. This is the first time we hear tripod.
Yeah.
And that's when we get the footage of the lightning going into the ground
and the little pod people coming in to the machine.
The room, the pilot room.
Yeah. Which is, it kind of makes you, I don't know. It makes me wonder, because of just the way that I am. How many of the little alien critters does it take to pilot a tripod? How many people do they like beam into them? Or is it just like bunch of the beams, 27 of the beams, the lightning strikes are to get into the ground, and then the 28th one is to put the pod people in it? Or
Well, I assumed that the lightning was sending power to the tripods.
that's another.
It was powering the tripods while also sending down the pilots.
That's a possibility.
Because there's got to be quite a bit in there. I mean, maybe. I mean,
who knows?
who knows? I mean, without jumping ahead too far, there's like 4 of them in the basement, but they could all be pilots of their own tripod.
Or they could just be.
One tripod.
I know at some point there's like I think there is different like classifications of tripods.
Okay.
So there's like big combat things, and then there's like smaller harvester things. Because I think a later basement scene, when he looks out, there's one that's just like on the ground doing something that's like noticeably smaller.
Okay. Yeah.
And doesn't at least appear to have the little fuck you lasers.
Just the tentacle things.
Yeah. Which I think at that point, we'll get to that. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
When we get there.
Yeah.
Because they leave the news crew at this point. Or the news crew leaves them. They're just like, gotta go.
I love that. How she's just like, were you on that plane? He's like, no, I wasn't. She's like, oh man, that's a shame. You would have been a great story. Boom, slams the door in his face and is just off.
I was in the basement. It's also an interesting story. I mean,
the plane crashed into the house. That's a story. No,
I would think so, but you know.
Oh well.
I forget where they go from here. But I will say this is the portion of the movie that I watch on FX of the plane sequence up to the river sequence. Well, actually, the ferry sequence. And then I never watched anything else again from it when I was like 15.
Yeah. And that ferry sequence.
We'll get there.
Yeah. We are getting close because they hop in the minivan and they're headed towards Boston now, because they're like, okay, well, they're not home. They weren't home. They were going to Boston.
Grandma and Grandpa's house.
So he's like, okay, we're going to go to Boston and they're going to be there and everything's going to be fine. And I think it was kind of at this point where they're just like, yeah, you're just taking us there so that you can dump us.
Pretty much.
Which, I mean, he's been doing a really good job at being a deadbeat dad so far. So
why not just build to add to it, you know? Like,
yep.
Fuck it.
Something that does stand out to me is when the sun comes up and he looks at the plane wreckage. And, you know, obviously this is his house that had a plane crash into it. He comes out and he's all pissed off about like, well, how are we going to get back at him? And it just kind of seems like...
Not Goku?
Yeah, not Goku. it seems like he doesn't fully grasp, like, because I guess his only actual experience with the tripod was when they were in the minivan going away. So he hasn't even really seen what it can do. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. His character development in this is weird to me.
Kind of makes me angry, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's
kind of one of those things. It's understandable to a point, because this is, I mean, post 9/11.
yeah.
Where you got a lot of people that were very
Patriotic.
about what happened, and kind of, without getting into it too much, we're very enthusiastic about
Fighting back
against it, and kind of makes this a very, hey, that's a pretty reasonable take of, what are we going to do about this? Well, turns out not a whole lot that you can really do.
Yeah, well, he just kept saying, like, well, we got to go back there and, get them or whatever. It's just like, what are you going to do, man? They're going to vaporize you in a second.
Yeah, like instantaneously.
You're a kid. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. You're a teenager. You
Get in the
stupid
car.
little shit. Get in the damn car.
What do you know? Call of Duty?
Pretty much. I don't even think Modern Warfare was out yet, so...
No. I think the first one came out in like 2002, 2003, something like that. So, like, we're like right around Call of Duty 2.
Yeah. So, not even that far into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they start headed towards Boston, and he lets the kid drive. Or is it, I think they get to the part where the kids have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And little
Dakota Fanning
goes off, wanders into the woods.
Where I Can See You is what Tom Cruise kept saying, and she's like, ew, gross.
Because, of course, that's fucking weird.
I'm peeing. Yeah, like, absolutely. And then, this gets to what I think is like the terrifying shot of the film, where she rolls up onto the river and she's looking out of the scenic, beautiful scene of flowing river, sky, nature, birds chirping. She's about to like bend over and pee, and then multiple bodies, so many bodies.
Oh dear Lord. Holy shit, there's a lot of bodies. And then Tom Cruise hops out of the bushes and closes her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's less deadbeat now.
Trying to be less deadbeat.
There you go. That's the word.
Not winning, but trying.
Trying.
Real quick, do you want anything from Chick-fil-A?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Because
No.
Brittany works in Erie, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just grabbing it on the way home.
No. I appreciate it, though. No.
Yeah.
Going to Sagertown after this.
Gotcha.
There's a whole thing we
Bye.
gotta do after work.
Forever.
What?
You take fucking forever.
We're in the middle of something. I was asking.
Hi, Brittany!
Well, I need to know so I can place the freaking mobile order
Yeah, Dan.
so I can go home.
Okay.
Do you want your buffalo sauce with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else want anything?
No.
Okay. Awesome.
Bye. Body snatcher.
Body snatcher.
I don't know. There's bodies, and he snatches her.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like, that's a different movie, Dan.
no, that's a very different movie. But
4 different movies.
I don't even know.
Yeah, no. Anyways, different
Okay.
different podcast. Is this when he drives through the night? Because he
This
gets
is
in.
when they get back in the car and they start driving again, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you drive? I'm getting a little bit tired." And so the kid starts driving, and of course, kid drives straight into a crowd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in his defense, they're going towards the ferry,
Yeah.
which
But that was like literally exactly what Jay was trying to not do, was drive into a crowd, because he knew they had probably the only working car in like a 50-mile area at least.
well, besides that news van.
That's a fair point.
But yeah,
That is an interesting, how the fuck does that news van work, huh?
yeah, yeah.
But they have like one of the very few working vehicles in the area. That other people are obviously going to want the van so that they can get away from immediate danger.
And the power struggle here is a legit.
Yeah.
Like with the van of them, not Goku and Tom Cruise getting pulled out, and then Dakota Fanning just screaming in the back,
Yep.
and just like Tom Cruise, like, just, you can take the van, just give me my daughter. Oh no, he pulls out his gun. Tom
Yeah.
Cruise had a gun this whole time, and fires 2 shots, and everyone kind of disperses, and then someone else comes up with a gun,
And says, what's mine or what's yours is mine.
pretty much.
And takes the van.
And he's like, I just want my daughter. Before this happens, there's a terrifying scene where, like, people are in the van, in the driver's seat, and then there's just 2 other people just, like, piling into the back seat while Dakota Fanning's in there just screaming.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ, like,
Let the kid get out, but
I
in
get
this
it.
situation, people are like, means of transport, gotta get it.
Fuck the kid.
Yeah. What I think at that point they're like 3 miles away from the ferry.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
like having a minivan, you're gonna get there in
No time.
no time. Maybe like with the crowds, 10 minutes, if that,
Yes.
something like that.
Something like that.
So, having that minivan gets you on the ferry that much quicker. Which ferry was going to Boston?
I don't know. It says, like, on the sign what ferry it is to, and I can't remember what it is, and I don't know where it's going.
Yeah,
I just know it's a ferry.
yeah. I want to say it was going to Boston, but
Could have been, which would have cut this all down very quickly. But movie.
of course,
The plot says no.
yeah. So Tom Cruise drops his gun. The guy with the other gun takes the minivan, starts driving. People are crowding into the minivan as he's trying to leave. And one of the guys, you see him fighting, trying just to like get into the van. You see him talking to his wife and everything. He picks up the gun, shoots the guy
In the van.
in the van, and I think he hops in the van and tries to drive off as everybody else is crowding on, and they run into the diner and they're just like, well, holy
Holy
shit,
shit.
that was not good.
Not great at all.
Not a good plan there, Batman.
And then they catch their breath and they walk for 3 miles to the ferry.
Yep.
Tom Cruise runs into neighborhood lady.
Was it, I want to say it was his neighbor or like a neighbor, somebody that he knew.
Someone from the neighborhood, you know?
Somebody from the neighbor. I can't, it's not that deep, but
You know, they know, they live around the block, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
somewhere.
also poor at it, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, and her daughter, and they're like, we're going to stick together.
oof. Oof.
To what? To the accent or to All of it.
Yes.
Because they're trying to get on, and they stop letting people on.
And
They're at
the
capacity.
National Guard are blocking people from getting onto the ferry.
Well, actually, they say, just give us a few minutes. We're gonna get rid of the cars,
Oh, yeah.
clear up some space, and then 3 tripods come from the tree line.
Yep.
And that's when they're like, we gotta fucking leave.
Oh, shit.
They stop letting
Time to
people
go.
on. Tom Cruise and his kids somehow manage to get on, and they're trying to get Cheryl, and then he's like, okay, because I don't want to leave you behind because I know you, and human. No, hold on. I'm misremembering
No,
this.
because, yeah,
So he says, grab hold of me, and they all start going around the crowd, and she loses him. And then
as they're trying to run past the National Guard people.
and they get on the ferry, and then he looks at her as like, you're on your own.
Yeah, I mean, like, in that situation, what are you...
He tried you for, he like, let her on!
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
the ferry at that point is pulling away from the dock.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's literally nothing...
I mean, and it wouldn't have really helped because then later not even immediately, a tripod comes from the water and fucking just takes his ferry out.
Which is just like, man, of course it's coming out of the fucking water.
They can swim.
Like, goddamn. They swim now. They swim now.
It's a very terrible Star Wars
Oh,
reference.
I hate it. Disgusting reference, but just how that scene feels of just like, oh, holy
They swim
shit.
now.
Yeah, tripod comes out of the water and just fucks the ferry up, knocks it over, and I think it's at that point that it starts just scooping people out of the water,
Yeah, that sounds right.
which is just fucking terrifying. And I don't know, I think they just kind of get lucky and swim away or something.
Yeah, they just swim away, and then they walk some more.
They walk up onto a hill and they're just sitting on the hill, just watching people get scooped up for a minute. And then they start walking again.
And then this is when they run into the military, right?
Yeah,
When, is that right around here?
that's
Where
like,
they're like the military's taking on a bunch of because a military we missed this. A military
Yeah.
convoy drives past earlier when they're during the river scene.
yeah.
And Justin Chadwick tries to join them. He's like, I gotta go with them, Dad. I gotta fight. We gotta take back the Earth. And he's just like, you're stupid. And then presumably that's the same convoy they meet up with again.
Potentially, but I don't even, I mean,
Well, I choose to believe it, Dan.
because I say so. Because they had that was like a long ass time ago, and then they got the minivan, and then they lost the minivan, and now they're somehow catching back up to these people.
Well, it's not outside
impossible.
of the realm of
No.
possibility. Because they're holding the line on this hill. There's just fire.
Oh, they're not even holding the line. They're just like,
They're trying to hold the line.
they're kind of preparing an assault, so they're kind of getting all lined up, and then they're like, all right, we're going over the hill. And this scene to me is so fucking stupid on a just, why are you civilian people, why is there so goddamn many of them that run towards the battle?
Yeah, I thought that.
Like,
Because, like, they're just, like, going to their death.
yeah, like, it's
Unless that's
not
what they wanted.
it's not a couple of people. It's like
A lot.
everybody who was walking away from the ferry because, holy shit, the ferry just got taken out. It's like everybody who is walking away from the ferry is now deciding that it's a good idea to run up this hill towards all of the tripods and the military. But some people are running away from the hill, and some people are like, just like doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Tom Cruise wants to get a closer look, so he tells Dakota Fanning, stay by this tree.
Well,
and Justin Chadwick ran off, so
Justin
he had
Chadwick ran, and
to... Not Goku.
yeah,
No
not
Goku.
Goku, tried to run up the hill, and Tom Cruise is like, hey, don't do that. That's a stupid idea. You're going to die. And tells Dakota Fanning to stay put. And has a bit of a fight with not Goku. This is going to sound very strange from
From our fans.
yeah.
Justin Chadwick was in a very terrible Dragon Ball adaptation where he played Goku.
So not Goku.
Not Goku.
Yeah. So he's running up the hill. Tom Cruise is fighting with him. Dakota Fanning down, just hiding in a tree basically, and a couple of completely reasonable people come over and they're like, "Hey, like,
Little girl, you need to come with
little
us.
girl, you're gonna come with us."
You're gonna die.
Yeah, not trying to like. I mean, yes, trying to.
Well, the mom or the lady
Yeah.
was very like not giving up a fight, while the husband was like, "Yo, we need to go."
Yeah.
She said she's fine. Let's go, and she's just like, "No, my motherly instincts will let me leave."
Yeah.
Um,
Which pretty fair.
I mean, it's fair, but also like, she said she's good. Listen to the kid.
What is she, 10?
Yeah,
10 in this movie? Yeah, a 10-year-old. Yeah, you're totally gonna be okay.
her dad's right there. She said that 4 times.
That is a fair point of like, she's literally pointing, my dad's right there. My dad's right there. So like, at some point, they should have just been like, I mean, sure.
And like, I will say, Justin Chadwick in the scene when he's like, I need to stay, I need to do this, Dad, I need to see this.
And at this point, it's, I need to see this.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
even like, there's not really anything that he can do.
I don't get why he's so like obsessed with seeing this, but Tom Cruise, like, you can feel the moral, like, the moral choice in him is just tearing him. He's like, do I stay with my son or do I go get my daughter, who I'm gonna lose one of them, and like, which one do I choose? And he's being an idiot and she's innocent,
Yeah.
so like,
Well, shit, gotta save the
yeah,
daughter.
gotta go save the daughter. And then like, he's like, oh, I'll agree. He says they agreed to meet in Boston. I didn't catch that.
I think that was, he
Just
thought
what-
the kid was dead.
What he was trying to
Because
he
immediately
gave to
after
Dakota Fanning.
he runs back to Dakota Fanning, and so something that I have to say is so freaking cool. I love this scene and I hate this scene for a couple of reasons, but I think it is super cool to see all of the Humvees with tow launchers and all of the
agree.
jets coming in, the tank going up the hill. Like, that is such a cool friggin' scene with all the military guys. Because honestly, so they didn't do the best job with the military stuff, but they did a really good job. Because you have the fighter jets coming in shooting rockets, you have the helicopters coming in shooting rockets, you have the tow launchers, you have the tank. I think at some point there's a Bradley, I think, if I recall, but like they genuinely did it is a really cool scene with all of the military stuff, which is, it's almost a little bit disappointing. Honestly, it is very disappointing that there's not an actual like battle scene in this, but
Yeah, I was really looking forward to like
just like you
them
see over the horizon,
taking
there's
this thing
a
down.
lot of shit going on. There's missiles going everywhere. There's lasers coming around, and just the entire horizon is lit up.
we do get a military unit fighting one at some point, but that's towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, and that is also pretty cool.
It is cool. I wanted more
Yeah.
of that, but like, I get that's not the story we're telling.
Right, that's just not within the purview. We're looking at basically the civilian experience
Yeah.
of this. Which is perfectly okay. It's just like,
there's nothing wrong with the story they're telling.
yeah, it sucks that would have been such a cool scene. Like, that would have been so cool.
Have you read the original source material?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Because I wondered, like, it's clearly based on H.G.L's War of the Worlds.
Yes.
But, like, I wonder how much, like, they're adapting. Is it, like, a
so
page to page, or is
No,
it
I
just,
don't-
like, loose as fuck?
I believe the original adaptation was a series of radio stories.
Yes. The original adaptation, but he did write a book.
No. I mean, I think it was originally a series of radio stories.
Okay.
And then he wrote the book. It was either that or the radio stories were kind of an advertisement for the book.
One of the two, because I know the radio stories is correct because
Yeah.
a lot of people thought it was actually happening.
Yeah, because they came in with like
They played
either
it like
very little preamble or like no preamble. And it's also a radio that like you can't rewind to go back and hear it. So if somebody wasn't paying attention to what they were talking about, and then you come into, there's these little green men crawling out of this big pod thing. What's going on? You would be kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
the world's ending.
Holy shit.
Marge, grab the kids.
Which, even to this day, shit like that happens where it's like, people believe TikToks about the world ending. So,
The best TikToks are when they're like, "I'm a time traveler from the future."
oh god.
But so, and then we get the scene with them running down the hill,
Yeah.
and then we get the guy with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Over here.
Which is immediately stupid. Oh, something that we did miss was not Goku goes running over the hill, and Tom Cruise goes running back to Dakota Fanning, and all of a sudden, all of these Humvees come flying back over the road on fire.
on fire and destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, "Ah, man, not Goku's dead."
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, he's totally dead. And this is not a wise decision that they kind of run back down the hill and they find the first person sticking his head out of his basement with a shotgun held up in the air.
I thought that.
And
was
they're like-
this just seems stupid. Why would you go with that guy?
Let's immediately run there. What?
Just because he's like, "Come here, come join me."
And it's like, then they just imagining you get into the basement and it's just this guy, a shotgun, and nobody else.
In a dingy basement.
Yeah. Which the dingy basement is like, okay, it's a northeast old basement. Like,
little damp, little wet. Probably smells a little weird.
yeah, it smells weird. I can say that with confidence.
Yeah, you're right. It smells weird.
But it's,
Decrepit couch.
yeah, which I would just very strongly hesitate to sit on.
Yeah, and he immediately throws his daughter right on it.
Yep.
This is where the movie kind of comes to a halt for me. It slows down, and I'm like, it just feels like it drags on and on and on.
And
like,
you
I
really
think
don't know how much time, you never know how much time passes.
you don't know how much time passes. In the movie, they're in the basement for probably 25 minutes.
I think it's probably around 30.
It feels so much longer than
Yeah.
that. Like, to me, it's everything that just happened is like the first 45 minutes of the movie, and this is the last like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's just so
It's very...
drags on so bad.
Yeah. And you immediately, you kind of see the writing on the wall where this guy's,
He's not all up there.
he seems to be not all up there, And he's a little bit creepy.
He's creepy. He's drunk.
Yeah, and the whole not all up there thing, you can immediately pass off on the peach schnapps that he's like, oh,
Yeah.
here you go. It's like, oh, well, he's just a little drunk.
And then he's like, "Oh, I used to drive ambulance in the city. Like, you get used to death and all that stuff."
Yeah.
And it's just like, "Oh, well, you are disassociated with humanity."
Yeah, yeah. And something about it's the ones that keep their eyes open that,
Yeah, I forget what his little tidbit is there.
I don't know. But it was weird and creepy.
It's the ones that keep their eyes open are the ones that are gonna make it, or
I think it was the ones that keep their eyes open are the ones that are going to die.
I don't remember.
I don't either, but it felt like that's what he was implying.
It was weird.
Because it was like he was talking about somewhat fighting back and somewhat surviving. Initially, he was just kind of like, we're going to survive in the basement. I got tons of food. I got plenty of water. I got alcohol.
It gradually transforms into we're gonna fight back, and then at one point he's digging a tunnel.
At that point, he was just completely batshit insane.
Yeah.
Just completely mentally lost it. And then Tom Cruise snuffs out the candle.
Well, before we get
Yeah.
there, I forget they're just like going back and forth and like arguing and like the tensions are. They've been in this basement for presumably a while.
Yes.
And that's when we get the interesting part of this scene is when we get the probe that comes down and snakes around and is looking for him, and they're trying to hide, and they're under the staircase and they're not trying to make any noises, and then it retracts and goes away. And then
I like the scene with the boot. With the mirror and the boot.
the mirror and the yes, the trick with the mirror and the boot. And someone else makes a noise at some point, and they he throws a rock or something to distract it, or he throws something.
I don't remember that bit, but
Um,
I know it's snaking around, and it catches kind of a glimpse with they get kind of cornered. They have to put up a mirror, and then Dakota Fanning, her little boot slips and sticks out, and it sees the boot, and it comes up, and it's getting closer, and it's getting closer, and you see the boot move a little bit, and then it pops around the corner, and there's nothing there. It's just a boot.
I was like, they're not fast enough for that. First
No,
off, but
no.
secondly, that was cool.
That was it. That was a good one.
And then it retracts,
Yeah.
and then in comes the 4 pod people.
Yep.
They're talking gibberish to each other. They're looking at things.
Just completely oblivious, because the one comes straight into where they're sitting.
Doesn't even clock them.
Just focused on whatever the fuck is on the table, and then just goes back.
They're curious, you
Yeah.
know. They're curious little pods.
And you know what? If I were a human going to the pod people world, I'd be curious too. I'd want to get out and walk around a little bit and get infected. But don't worry about that. We'll get to that at the end.
And then that's when the scene with the hole happens, where he's digging it, and he's like, Tom Cruise goes in there and just.
That was actually later, because after it retracts and after the pod people come through the basement, it's at the point
That's
where the harvester comes around.
Yes, and it starts dumping the blood, and
They start dumping the blood, and the little red vine.
it starts to grow or whatever.
Yeah. And I believe the lore behind the red vine is it's both a food source and a way to harvest the water. 'Cause
Okay.
It never specifically, I guess it doesn't ever specifically
No, I was
say,
very confused by that.
but the pod people came to Earth because we have liquid water. That was the whole reason for them coming.
Okay.
And the red vine is a way of this is my little fun fact tidbit about the movie. The red vine is their way of both kind of terraforming the world and harvesting
wondered
water,
that
and it's
because
also a food source.
I literally thought that. I was like, I wonder if this is like them terraforming.
Yeah. Yep.
And you also see, you said you see the harvester, like, they pick up a human and they drain it of the blood and, like,
Yeah.
toss it to the side. And
I don't even know. I guess they did do that.
yeah.
They did
kinda like-
something with it. I don't know. And it's at that point where you're kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's like super fucked up.
A little bit.
Not only are they evaporating people, but they're also taking their blood to spread all over for the red stuff.
Well, yeah, when you connect those dots, it's like, oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
That's where they're getting it from.
Yeah. And that's when the ambulance driver guy freaks the fuck out because he's screaming, "Not my blood, not my blood, not my blood." Valid, fair point.
Cause anyone to break.
Yep. And starts trying to dig a tunnel, I'm assuming into Boston or New York City or something, because he's talking about I'm gonna dig a tunnel all the way into the city. We're gonna live in the tunnels. We've already got the tunnels down there. We've got the subway system. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's just like,
Lost his shit at this point, and that's when Tom
Okay,
Cruise
buddy.
is like, you need to. He says something about his daughter, shuts the door, and just like kills this man.
he blindfolds the daughter.
Oh, do you know that lullaby that you wanted me to sing to you?
Yeah,
Sing it.
sing it, and puts the blindfold on her, and goes in and
Yep.
kills the guy.
Yep.
Which is a very, because of course that's what happens.
The way it's when it like when he enters that room and he shuts the door, you can tell like he's in there to do some bad things.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah. And
It's
I
got
have
this
to
look on
say,
him.
I put my money on the guy with the sharpened shovel over Tom Cruise.
yeah, because he just chokes him, doesn't he?
The door is closed, so you don't know what
Well, he
happens.
doesn't go in there with the axe or anything.
No. Nope. Just goes in there. The guy's got the shovel, and I think he's kind of staring at him with the shovel in his hand.
He's got the shotgun is presumably in there somewhere.
Somewhere. I don't think it's...
We never see the shotgun again.
No. It's not important.
So then,
Chekhov's gun. Why
Yeah.
did the shotgun exist? I guess it existed to not go off.
it never does.
Yeah. So
That shotgun is never fired.
it literally exists to not go off. Because you get it with his with Tom Cruise's revolver,
Yeah.
where he stuffs it down the back of his
You
pants.
see that fired twice and
Yep.
it's used in a
Actually,
way
3 times.
I didn't think it was going to be used. Yeah. 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so spotty at this point in the movie. I kept pausing a lot because the wife was going to Walmart and
That's
stuff
fair.
would happen.
Yeah. It's a very...
Oh
It's
no.
empty. You're good.
Bad.
It's a very dragging on part of the movie.
I just know that the probe comes back
Yes.
for some reason.
And it's sitting there, and the daughter woke up, the probe comes back, and it pops its eye open directly in her face.
And she screams.
And she screams and runs away somewhere.
She goes up and out
I think
the stairs.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know if it actually shows where she goes, but she just fucking ran.
She ran.
Yeah. And I don't actually even know that she went up the stairs, because when Tom Cruise goes up the stairs trying to run after her, he
She's gone.
goes out the door, but all the red vines are still in front of the door.
You know, I never clocked that.
So
The harvester might have just got her there.
who knows?
Because he's running around. He's trying to make sense of all this.
Yeah.
I don't... I'm so spot. I don't really remember until we get into the harvester.
Oh, because he goes running outside, and he's kind of antagonizing the harvester, like a little bit. The harvester kind of popped up out of nowhere, and he's looking at it. He runs into the truck. It picks up the truck, and it's fucking around. And then Dakota Fanning all of a sudden appears behind the truck. Because,
Yes.
of course, literally the second that he's not worried about looking for her, bada bing, bada boom, she appears.
And then
She gets taken.
she gets taken, and then
He finds a bunch of grenades
yeah, okay, that's what I was like. He
Yeah.
finds the grenades.
and chucks one at the harvester, which blows up on the shield. And
Which was a really cool moment.
yes,
It's like, oh, okay, we I don't know if we established they had shields at this point, but I think that was the establishment of the shield.
it was established with the news crew, I think.
Was it? I don't remember.
It was either that or with the ferry scene where the birds were kind of like trying to land on it, but they're just kind of flying around, bouncing off of it. Because that's a important part at the end.
Okay, yeah.
But I think in the news, with the news crew, they said that they were attached to a National Guard element. And they were like, these things got some kind of shield or something. Nothing can get through. So the grenade is the first time that we visibly see that, yeah, they have a shield that, like, nothing gets through the
Through.
shield without exploding. Nothing explosive gets through the shield without exploding. Which begs the question, and I know that this is a super nerdy,
Well, this is a super nerdy show, dude,
Yeah.
so, you know.
but so they have tanks. They have tanks, right? What would APFSDS do? And before you get, oh shit, what the fuck is that? So tanks shoot a big, like, meter-long tungsten dart at other tanks.
Uh-huh.
They don't have any explosives, they are just purely a big tungsten rod that they shoot super fast. What would that do to the shield? Would it go through?
I would imagine bounce off.
I would imagine bounce off as well, but in a whole lot of the scenes, they're like showing that visibly explosives can't get through. But could that maybe, if you got like a ton of tanks together,
Maybe.
could you maybe punch through the shield?
We'll never know.
I know, we'll never know.
Never know.
Just that, like, tism titch in the back of my mind. Just like, you know, out of anything here, I would put my money most on the tanks.
So they get Tom Cruise gets taken with the harvester.
Yep.
And they're in the basket.
And you see somebody get sucked up into the machine,
And you're like, oh, fuck.
presumably,
Why is there so many ways for humans to die with these things?
you know, they're very creative.
Yeah, very creative.
It kind of begs the question of what's with the disintegration beams versus the picking people up.
And sucking the blood out while they have them.
Yeah.
And then, like, then feeding them into the machine.
So I
Like,
think
it does.
the people getting sucked up into the machine is them being prepared to get the blood sucked out of them, potentially.
Yeah, but then why did we have that scene where the tentacle just comes down and sucks the blood out of that one dude?
Yeah, because they're getting sucked up out of the basket, and then they're gonna pop out of another hole in the machine, and then they're gonna bring them to the ground and suck the blood out of them.
Why not just
I have
do
to say that the whole, put him on the ground and then stick a giant needle into him and suck the blood out of him. Yeah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, because why not just cut out the middleman?
Yeah, just feed him into the machine and put him into a wood chipper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would,
Or into, like, a tank and then spray it. Like, we're not aliens.
No.
Clearly they need to hire us to be engineers.
absolutely.
I'll do it for 35 an hour.
We'll do it for the same pay. Just let me do something else.
And then Tom Cruise somehow gets up there.
After he throws the grenade blows up. The harvester turns around and picks him up.
No, I meant like into the machine.
Oh, because he found Dakota Fanning and is like, "Holy shit, I'm never gonna let you go." And then
Oh yeah, and then they take him, and then he
Proceeds
grabs
to-
the grenades because he brought it up with him.
Yep.
And then the soldier clocks that he has the grenades.
maybe
I honestly don't know if he clocks it or not, but they're like,
the
they're either-
soldier's just like,
we need to save
gotta
him. We need
save
to. They're trying to pull him down, and then Tom Cruise comes down, and then he spits out 2 grenade pins.
which, how the fuck are you gonna?
It's a movie, Dan. It's Tom Cruise.
I
That's
know.
it. That's the plot.
But like,
Um,
and how are you gonna manage that one? So I believe that there is a. They don't do it for this scene, but there is a way that they tie the grenade pins together so that you can
pull them all at once.
pull them all at once. There was something about it. I remember watching something that it was either this is a real thing or this is a really stupid thing. I want to say it was a real thing that, like,
I could see it.
yeah, it is an incredibly dangerous thing.
I mean, it benefits them because, of course, movie.
Yeah.
Soldier yells, everyone get down. They fall. Thing goes boom. And then they're walking.
They just fall. So the whole, I get that the grenades explode and the thing's dead, but
I just don't think the cage would separate
yeah,
like
why
that.
why would it drop the basket?
It's just like, oh, it weakened the weld and now it's on the floor.
no, because it had a whole system of like moving the baskets up and down.
Okay.
So like,
Why would drop its load is, I don't know.
I mean, maybe it knows that, like, hey, there's something in the basket that can hurt me. Actually, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, that would be an immediate, you are keeping them, like, if you're fishing,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden a fish starts, I don't know, you see that it's infected with parasites or something. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to dump out the live well.
Drop the basket.
Yeah, drop the baxit.
Drop the basket. Indiana. So then they get to Boston.
They are.
On the
Yeah,
outs-
they're back to walking,
They're back to walking and they get to Boston.
which it just doesn't seem like a good plan to me. Again, why are you
I
going
agree.
to?
We're just going to another city.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
where there are these things. Presumably, while you were walking, there weren't like a ton of them.
And like, also, how do you know she's still alive?
You're right. Yeah, you
Or
have
also
absolutely.
didn't have the same idea of, oh, we need to get to New York
Yeah.
to get the kids. They just assumed like they're gonna stay put.
Yep, because that would totally make sense.
And then they're walking in. They come under attack from another tripod. Oh no, they see
They-
that downed one.
Yeah,
And they're like, what happened there? And it's like, I don't know, it just started acting erratic and then fell over. And then they see the other tripod, and that's when Tom Cruise points out, like, no, look, the birds are on it, no shield, and then they fucking just get it.
yeah. And another satisfying Tism twitch was they start talking about get the javelins and the Gustav.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, big stuff.
And then they got the javelins and they had a Carl Gustav as well. Mm-hmm. And they actually so Carl Gustav is a recoilless rifle. This is getting into the super nerdy Tism twitch, but recoilless rifle. So it's not an actual rocket. It's just it's essentially a big gun that there's a backblast that goes out the backside of it, and it shoots a projectile. And there's no rocket trail or anything to do with that. So I liked that there was a difference between the javelin shooting and the Carl Gustav. Just a super cool detail.
Super cool, super nerdy, super scary, super evil.
One thing that did kind of immediately point out as stupid was the one guy comes up beside the guy shooting the javelin, and he's looking and he checks the backblast, and the guy goes, "Backblast clear," and then somebody immediately runs behind the javelin. And it's just like, no, backblast is not clear. What are you doing? Which I don't think that it's that bad for javelins, so it's not that big of a deal, but just and this is another scene where
Hollywood.
why the fuck are there so many civilians so immediately ready to go run practically in front of a bunch of military people getting ready to shoot?
And I just don't get why, like, they're letting Tom Cruise be so, like, a part of the action here. Like, he's...
I think at that point, they're just like, I don't give a shit. You can do whatever
'Cause-
you want. You can leave, but, like...
Because, like, they get the machine down, and the hatch opens, the alien comes out, and he's, like, right there.
Oh, yeah. Is he?
Isn't he?
I don't remember him being there. I know that the military guys ran up
Right,
to
I
it,
could
but
swear he was right over his shoulder. I don't know.
He might have
I watched
been.
this, like, 4 days ago.
He might have been, because, I mean, in that situation, that's the point where I can understand, like, okay, this thing is dead. It fell over. The alien's popping out of it. All right, I'd probably go run it up to it, see what the fuck's going on with it as well.
There's orange goo everywhere.
Just splatters. orange
Splatters,
goo.
and it starts to, like, oxidize almost, like the alien or something, like the crystal. Not...
Its eyes oxidize or like
Kind-
glass over or
Yeah, glass.
cataract.
Yes.
I think that's what it was they immediately got cataracts because they're very sensitive to the sun. That was another detail that I
would have
remember.
loved to know
Yeah.
all of this.
Just doesn't, I mean, you see it and it's just like, okay, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I thought that. I was like, I assumed it just like what the ending explains, like happened.
Yeah.
But okay. So then they continue and they end up on a street, and Tom Cruise is carrying Dakota Fanning, and at the end of the street is Mom. Well, they see Grandma and Grandpa, and then Tim, and then Mom. So they run, and Mom grabs Dakota Fanning and is like, "Oh my God!" And yada yada yada, and then out comes not Goku.
So I have to say this is honestly set up pretty well.
I kind of hate this though. But
I
also,
hate it. I'm 100% with you, but you see Tom's Cruise.
Cruise Toms.
Yes, you see him just kind of like, she mouths thank you, and you see him just kind of be like, oh man,
Now I have to tell her
now I gotta tell her about the other one.
he didn't make it, and then
And then out pops
out pops Justin Chadwick,
not Goku.
and they hug and they cry.
Yep.
And then we get, which we didn't bring up at the beginning, Morgan Freeman narrates this movie.
Yeah.
And we get the narration of Morgan Freeman saying that they were doomed from the start. As soon as they entered our atmosphere, the one thing that we have evolved to live with our entire lives over centuries, millennia, bacteria. And I was just like, we're doing the bacteria thing again?
Yep.
We're doing there's a thing on this planet that the aliens, I get it. And honestly, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Scientifically, it tracks. That's not how I want a fucking movie to end.
No.
It's not how I want a movie like this to end.
Yeah.
I want us to be victorious because we are the
Figured
superior.
something out.
We figured something out. We figured how to blow up the mothership. We figured out their weakness. But no, it's just our planet protecting us from predators.
Yeah.
It's dumb and I don't like it.
I'm 100% with you. And so to go back to the family scene, it's such a stupid ass contrast because you see the mom and the husband and the grandparents, and they're all just like chilling out. They just look like they're going through a hurricane or something. They're
just
just
enjoying a spot of tea.
we're gonna have some tea. We're gonna, go outside, have a walk, but ignore the alien invasion for the most part. We didn't get the worst of it. Meanwhile, Tom Cruise and the kids look like they have been through absolute fucking hell. And not Goku, when he walks out and you see him, and he looks like he has been through absolute hell.
Worse hell than we've seen him last, like.
And it's just an immediate, like, he didn't even let the kid take a shower? What the fuck?
Well, you have to assume they don't have running water.
Probably not, but there's got to be, there's got to be a way that you can get him out of his shitty-ass clothes. They're all torn to shit.
I know there's water in the back of that toilet tank.
Yeah, right? Like, you can figure something out. Because the way that the grandparents are, they're button-up suit and nice pants, and I think the grandmother has jewelry on, and it's just like, wow.
Grandpa's got glasses on, and just like they're pristine.
Yeah.
They have not left this house since all of this started.
And they probably just have like absolutely either no clue what has happened, or like by some miracle their neighborhood was intact, and just how the fuck how the
Plot.
fuck
Plot.
just going to Boston is a dumb enough idea that it's just like, what the fuck.
Plot.
I know it's the plot, but Jesus Christ.
So that concludes
Yeah.
the World of Worlds.
So I have to just point out that going back to the bacteria thing, how the fuck do they not know that there are bacteria?
Yeah, because they clearly sent machines ahead
Millions
land.
of years.
And they just didn't do recon on this, like at all. They
Like-
didn't send probes with them.
You didn't even think to check of like, hey, are we gonna be okay? Like, can we actually live here? Is this something that we can do? But nope, just full
Nope.
send, and to go to the sending machines millions of years in advance. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't really make any sense at all. The only way that I could imagine it making sense is from a space nerdy, sci-fi nerdy stuff. You could send the machines at like full, just fucking chuck them at the planet basically.
Yeah,
and they'll
that's
be
what I was
okay.
thinking they did.
And then the beings that go into them, the pod people,
Take longer.
take longer because you don't want to crush their bodies and that kind of, crush them with acceleration. But they have to be from a planet so far away that it's like, how do you even know that a planet like Earth remotely exists, let alone conceive a plan to go take over said world?
I mean, especially when they were looking at it, it would have been like very different than the planet they arrived on.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, man, this is...
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense under scrutiny. And
That's why this is a subpar movie, Dan.
I'd say it's a 6.7.
I would give it a 5.5.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good...
Maybe a 6, but I'm leaning more towards 5.5.
There are good parts about the movie.
That basement scene just like... really
It
takes it down.
drags. It really does.
And this being a subpar Johnny Williams score, I'm just like, wow, that really knocks it down
you
for
know,
me.
that's a fair take. Another tidbit is, so the original H.G. Wells aliens were from Mars,
Okay.
which is a part of why they had the red weed, was because
And why they wanted the water.
yeah, they wanted the red weed was why Mars looked so red, because it spread out everywhere. I want to say that was a thing in the original stuff about it, or in the original book, I guess. But they were originally from Mars, but for this movie, they were from I believe that they were from like a significantly further away.
That's the vibe I got.
Because it was like, yeah, there's no way that they're just right over there kind of thing. Yeah. And that is the War of the World of the War of the Planet of the Apes.
So, next episode, and I haven't told Dan this, but so I've been thinking about next episode and what are we gonna do? Like I was like, oh, maybe we could do Temple of Doom because like that Indiana Jones was really popular. No, we'll do that eventually. By the time we record the next movie cast, a day will have passed, and that day is May the 4th. We will be recording 2 days after that, so I was like, you know, what a perfect
do a
time then to
movie.
do a Star War. I haven't decided which Star War.
Okay,
I'll just say that it's an original trilogy. I've been going back and forth of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Just know that the next episode will be a Star War, and look forward to it.
Yes, the next movie club episode.
Yes, the next movie
Mind
club.
you.
Yes,
Yes.
in
the
2
next-
weeks' time.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Let us know what you've got ideas for. Let us know if you're enjoying.
if you have a movie recommendation, throw it down in the comments. If you read the original H.G. Wells novel and we got all of this wrong, let us know.
There's probably some tidbits and little bits of information that we did get wrong.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your grandma. Everyone needs to know.
Yes.
D&B are here
And we're doing another movie club.
soon.